High fructose corn syrup. Because no, it's not just corn sugar. I'm sure you've seen those ads on TV about high fructose corn syrup being perfectly safe because it's all natural, because it comes from corn, that it's just corn sugar. Well, it's not really like that. Corn is an ancient food. It took thousands of years for the native peoples of the Americas to breed corn from a grass called teosinte, this is teosinte, into zea mays, corn. They went to all that trouble so that they could feed their families well. Do you think the Native Americans used their corn for sugar? The answer is no, of course they didn't. There is nothing natural about a product that's been stripped of its fiber and then subjected to assorted chemical transformations. The other thing that is not natural is how our bodies handle it. Both sucrose, that's table sugar, and high fructose corn syrup have about equal parts fructose and glucose, which is why the Corn Sweeteners Association says there really isn't any difference. But that's just not true. In table sugar, those two elements are locked together, and they are exactly equal in amount. But in high fructose corn syrup, those elements are already separated, and there's a little bit more fructose than there is glucose. That means that fructose and glucose are exactly the same sweetness. If fructose and glucose were at a party, fructose would sometimes have no one to dance with. This might not seem like much of a difference. When it comes to our bodies, small differences matter. In lab tests, when rats are fed fructose as their carbohydrate, their heart, liver, and testes swell up, and the pancreas, the organ that processes sugar in the blood, wastes away. Unlike glucose, fructose does not stimulate the hormone that tells us to stop eating, so no matter how much we eat, we still feel hungry. Bart Hobel, who specializes in the neuroscience of appetite, weight, and sugar addiction, says, when rats are drinking high fructose corn syrup at levels well below those in soda pop, they're becoming obese. Every single one across the board. Even when rats are fed a high-fat diet, you don't see this. They don't gain all that extra weight. This is because fructose is not processed in the blood like glucose, but in the liver. Too much free fructose, what's found in high fructose corn syrup, and the liver has to work very hard. Much harder than it would if you ate the same amount of sugar. When you eat this much fructose, the liver gets inflamed, and there's a risk for fatty liver disease. Other outcomes of this liver dysfunction include diabetes and high triglycerides. High triglycerides are linked with atherosclerosis and heart disease. Fructose is best consumed in its truly natural state, which is inside food. So eat your fruits and veggies.